Welcome YouTube. Welcome to my channel. Please like, subscribe, share. I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers. I'm trying to come up on this YouTube thing. Anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel. This morning I had a discussion, I had a conversation with my child's mother. We was like talking about politics. We was talking about current events, what's going on in this world, and Donald Trump. Uh, the discussion led to the point where I actually told her like I think Donald Trump is the best thing that has happened to America for black people overall. No, a lot of people gonna be like, oh wait, hold on, no, you Uncle Tom, like how can it be? Like he's a racist. He's done so many things that to put us back, you know, all these kind of things. And the reason why I made this video, because I had actually researched. I'm like, I put on, I just type in Google, is Donald Trump, does, have Donald Trump done more for black people than all the other presidents? You know, what's crazy is all the results that came back, like literally, like when you go on the page, when you go on Google page, you got articles from New York Times, CNN, MSNBC, all the other liberal networks basically saying uh, Trump can't say that because he has not done the most for black people. You got to go back to Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, and I think his name is what's his name? That dude that president who does the Civil Rights Act, and that's kind of crazy because as bad as Trump be, y'all think he's bad, but as bad as he be, if you comparing him to two other presidents in history, like that says a lot. That actually says way more than you willing to accept. You know, it was not Barack Obama the first black president. I mean, he's not actually the first black president because there was a black president before that. But Barack Obama was not even mentioned in this category. As other presidents, they mentioned Jimmy Carter, they mentioned other presidents. But honestly, I think Donald Trump is the best, thing, in modern history, best president in modern history for black people. Not for the same reasons you be thinking. I mean, yes, he's a very outspoken guy. I mean, which I do like. I mean, I like knowing somebody who speaks their mind. I don't like having friends who, pretend to be your friend when they're really not your friend. And Mr. Trump is not pretending at all. Mr. Trump is not pandering at all. And every other person, you know, that panders to the black community. And Mr. Trump is not pandering. He's not pretending. I mean, he speaks his mind. And sometimes I think, he's just doing too much. But he do speak his mind, though. And that, I will accept that. You know, but since Mr. Trump has been in office, I like the benefits of Mr. Trump since he's been in office. Since Mr. Trump has been in office, I'm not even talking about like the benefits of like the criminal justice reform or the funding to aid, the black colleges, or the fact that low black unemployment, or the opportunity zone that he had created. I'm not talking about those kind of benefits. I mean, they're there, but I'm not talking those kind of benefits. I'm talking benefits like since Mr. Trump has been in office, we got the rise of the Me Too movement, and he's directly responsible for that. Now Juneteenth is being celebrated before Mr. Trump, before this whole thing, and nobody talk about Juneteenth. We got that. We also got to talk about this enormous, black unity that exists today. This, this will not, we will not achieve such unity if it was not for Mr. Trump. You know, there's so many dislikes for Mr. Trump. There's so much dislike for Mr. Trump that we actually achieving way more progress. As the black community or minority community, you know, than we will actually achieve in any other president. Even if Joe Biden was elected, all this progress will be set back because the momentum we got going on is because of Trump. The the momentum we got, pushing forward is a direct result of Mr. Trump, of a direct result of of many people hatred for Mr. Trump. And the truth is, Mr. Trump is not a bad person. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm black. I'm an immigrant. I mean, you could hear my accent. You know, Mr. Trump is the best thing for America. I would tell you vote for him for the next 4 years. I mean, people will ask me why. I'm black and I'm an immigrant. You trying to send us back. You talk about shit old countries and all that. But to be honest, everybody say that shit. Everybody say shit old country. It's not just Mr. Trump. Black people say that shit to me. You know, white people have never really said that to me, but black people do. You know, so I don't think it's a case of racism or whatever. This that's just all American thing. No, we could always make the argument that Mr. Trump might be a racist, or I think he's racially uneducated, basically, because he grew up in a white, probably rich neighborhood. I mean, he had a lot of white rich friends. I mean, it's just like, but personally, I don't think he's racist. I just think, people just against him. 'Cause, sometimes it's as simple as this. In 2016, 2017, he made a lot of people look bad by winning the presidency, and sometimes when you're too far deep in, you can't even change sides. So you might be against Mr. Trump from the beginning. I know he became president, and you see all the progress he has made, but because he's so far deep in, you have no choice but to continue the hate. But Mr. Trump has actually been a very good president. You know, aside from his Twitter. If he had got rid of his Twitter account and just do whatever you think, I'm telling you, you will actually go down in history as the very best president. You know, this during his presidency there was no wars, there was no infighting. I mean, there's always this thing about Russian collusion, but it was never Russian collusion. It was always a thing, to use to spread Russian propaganda. Like CNN, for example, they're always talking about, the Trump further and Russian goals, but they actually doing the exact thing I think Russia wanted to down the president and give them like a superior status. You know, so it's a very complex, orgasm, organism, or whatever it is. Fuck it. But the point is, Mr. Trump ain't all that bad. You just gotta give the dude a chance, man. If you give the dude a chance, I'm telling you, if you actually work with the dude could achieve so much. Look at Mr. Trump. He actually shows Washington that things can be done as a politician. I mean, you could make the argument that he ain't good for this, that, because you already know Mr. Trump do what Mr. Trump says he was going to do. And that right there, you got to give props to that. It's hard to find someone who actually does what they say they're going to do. Females, just think about it. If you ever in a relationship with somebody, don't you want them to fight for you, not fight for somebody else? Yes, and that's what Mr. Trump does. He fighting for America, regardless if he's doing it for his own personal gain. But he actually doing something, for America. People talking about allies, all that. But as soon as you start, restrict funding, allies start acting shaky. I mean, when you think about it, that ain't allies. If you're in a relationship and because you got money troubles or whatever, and someone starts changing up, mm, that was never a relationship. That was a business entity. That was a business relationship. Trust me, that's definitely a business relationship. Because once the money flow messed up, and the other person start acting shaky, you always, you were being used, and that's what is going on with America. We've been used for so many years, for so long that we think we got friends, but it ain't no friends. Yeah. Whoever he's just he was just there for convenience. But stay tuned to my YouTube channel. I got many videos. I got many thoughts I need to release. So please like, subscribe, share my shit.